Hey y'all, welcome back to Sparkle and Trade. I am back again for another episode today. And today I'm actually going to be talking to you guys really quickly. This video is not going to be long. Like I always say that, but it goes a little bit longer than I expect. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep this really short because I really want to get straight to the point. Okay. So I've been getting a lot of questions from people in the comments asking about what is the amount that you need to start trading. So a lot of people are interested in trading. They're ready to go, but they want to know like how much money do I actually need to start trading? So what I want to do, and I was like kind of toying how I wanted to do this. I want to talk to like the very smallest amount that you should have, and I want to show you how to grow your account. This is a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I am not telling you what to do. Take this information at your own risk. I'm not telling you how to trade. Again, the link to learn how to trade is in my profile bio. You can learn it from Teri. That's the foundation. You need the foundation. If you don't know how to trade, you don't know nothing about stock market, you spanking brand new, go get the training. But if you already have the training or you're in Teri's course, because a lot of you are already in her course, welcome to IWT family. Glad that you are as a part. Oh my God, I can't talk today. I want you guys to come back. And again, I'm getting these questions and people are saying things like, you know, how much money do I need to trade? So I want to, kind of help y'all in that area because it's great to be inspired by somebody that's flying high and making unfathomable amounts of money in the stock market, like $1 billion in a day. That's amazing. However, if you're a newbie trader, the distance from where you are to where they are can seem so insurmountable. And it's almost as if that, you don't feel like that's possible within the confines of where you are. And I want to let you know that it is possible. And I'm going to give you a couple little tips on how you can grow a small account. So the amount that I believe, the very minimum amount that you need to grow a small account, I think you can probably start with at least about, I would say $500. Now, the course that I learned how to trade was the Invest with Teri course. Again, it's in the profile bio. It's a great foundation. However, she trains currently. I hear she's looking for somebody, a different platform, but she currently trades on TradeStation. TradeStation requires $2,000 to trade options. The tips I'm going to give you are going to be options strategy trade. So I don't use TradeStation when I'm helping somebody, grow a small account because TradeStation, you got to have at least $2,000. And if you have $2,000, use TradeStation. But there's a lot of glitches with TradeStation these days. I use TradeStation to do my technical analysis a lot. And there's just a lot of glitches that they're going through right now. Definitely in the sim account, the live account, I didn't really have any issues, but their sim account, which is what I use to practice on, is a lot of glitches. So I don't know what's going on with TradeStation, but again, when I was doing options, when I started with options, I found out that you need $2,000 at minimum to do vertical credit spreads. Now you can trade options without vertical credit spreads with like 1,000 or 1,500. Like you can buy a call, but it just depends on the trade, like the stock that you're buying. You just need to have enough money in your account, but you cannot sell vertical credit spreads if you don't have $2,000 in your account. You can't do the advanced strategies that I'm about to talk to you today about unless you have $2,000 in your account in TradeStation. However, Thinkorswim, you can have $500, which is why a lot of people go with Thinkorswim because you don't need as much money to get started with vertical credit spreads. And vertical credit spreads, that's the strategy I love. I love to sell vertical credit spreads. Basically, they pay you to make a trade, and the trade goes in the direction you want to. You get to keep the premium, and that's your max profit, right? So again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, get the foundation. but this is for somebody that actually has the foundation and knows a little bit about selling options, but maybe they hit a bad spot. Maybe they had a couple of bad trades. Maybe things haven't been going well for them. So this strategy is something that I'm going to be talking to you guys about, like how to grow a small account. So let's say you started for $500. What I would do, I ain't telling you what you would do, but I would take that $500, open up a TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim on the Thinkorswim platform. It takes about, I think, 5 to 7 days before you get approved, and then you have to actually go in and request to have to sell options or to trade options. So you then go in, you got to answer the questions, and usually they ask you like how many years have you been trading, and you could apply the years that you have had an IRA, or you have maybe you have an IRA, or maybe you have retirement. You can apply those years to how long you've been trading, because that is also applies as well. Anyway, just answer the questions, and then seek for to get upgraded so that you can actually do options. Once that gets approved, again, it's probably going to take you about a week and a half or so, maybe a week and a couple of days to get all ready to go. So you get $500 in your account, you're ready to go. Next thing I would do is I would go into the I would do the SPX. You guys know I sell SP 500. That's the one I do. It's actually the SPX is the ticker symbol. That's the one that I trade. I would do my technical analysis on that. I would, check the VIX. I would, do all the things, right, that I need to do technical analysis. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I would sell a vertical credit spread, either selling a put or selling a call, depending on which way I think the market's going to go. And I will put my strike price in where I did my technical analysis at. I'll do that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If my trade goes bad on Monday, let's say it goes into, I put in the trade, I usually trade about, I think the best thing to do is to trade like around 1:30. That's what I 1:30 Central Standard Time, which is 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, and whatever exact time zone you're in. I usually look at that time, place the trade, and then let it expire worthless, meaning I don't get out of the trade. If you have less than $25,000 in your account, you only trade 3 times a week, which that means that if you get in and trade and out of trade, that's 1 day trade for that week. So that's why a lot of people do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. A little tip. It's a little tip. Now how you could add 1 more trade in there, or like a couple more trades in there, is let's say you get in like around 1:30, and you put in your trade, and the price goes in a different direction that you were expecting it to go into. Like if you hit your risk, the place where your risk tolerance is, like you lost more than you are willing to lose for that particular day, get out of the trade and then reevaluate your technical analysis. And if you want to, you can get back into the trade and make sure that you put your strike price in a more safe zone, and then let it expire worthless, and it won't be considered a day trade. That's how you can kind of save the day. I've done that before. So you save the trade for that day, but you have to do your second technical analysis has to be on point, or you're going to have to get out of that trade before the end of the day, like before the contract ends, and then you'll have 2-day trades. So that's there is risk with that, but that's a way you can save a trade. I've done that before and literally like lost money and recouped it before the end of the day, because I got back into the trade and let it expire worthless. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can do that all 3 times. So that means you can get in and out of trade. Another tip that you can do is, let's say you are, you got into a trade on one day, like let's say you got into a trade on Monday that expired for Wednesday. You can get out of the trade on Tuesday, enter back into another trade on Wednesday, get out. That's 1-day trade. So if you get in and out, that's 1-day trade. And you can get back in if you want to, to make some more money and let it expire again. So I would do with $500, I would keep it real simple, vertical credit spread, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I would determine when I'm going to get in and out. If I have to save a trade, I would save the trade, but just make sure your account don't drop below a certain amount. With $500, you got to be very, very, very smart in where you get into your trade so that you don't drop below a certain amount. I think if you drop below like 400, maybe $425, it's going to be very difficult to get into a vertical credit spread trade. So if you have like what I would do is, so I would sell one vertical credit spread and I would try to get my premiums at $1. That make you $100 because, you know, that's how options work. So $1 make you $100 for that day. So $500 will go to $600. Okay. And then I would do that again, make 6 to 7, and then do it again, 7 to 8, right? So that's 3 days. So maybe let's say you did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On that next Monday at 8, you can actually sell 2 vertical credit spreads if you come in at $1. If you get it at $1, which is what you're trying, which is our goal, $1. If you get it two contracts at $1, then that's $200. That means that $800 will go to $1,000. Okay, so we're being smart. We're doing our technical analysis. So we're going to go from, you know, 500 to 8 by the end of the week, and then 1,000 by that Monday. Once you get to like 1,100, you can sell 3. So then you go 1,100. The next day, you're going to sell 3. That's $300, 1,000 to 1,400. $1,400. So you went from $500 to $1,400 in a week, in less than a week. It was a little over a week. And then the next time you do it, you could sell. So you just slowly compound your contracts as your account grows. And within 31 days, you can have $5,000 if your account does what you need it to do. 9 times out of 10, the stock market ain't gonna do exactly what you want it to do. So I would say, you know, 60% of the time. So instead of making your goal 5,000, I would say be safe and make it like 2,500 to give you some room and also to reduce the amount of disappointment that you may have. Again, this channel is all about managing your emotions, but it will reduce the amount of disappointment you had if you don't, you know, we want to feel like we've won, like we're doing good, right? So if you've make your goal 50% of what it could be, like 25%. If the stock market does only half of the time works in my favor, I'll have $2,500 at the end of the month if I start with $500 doing this simple strategy. Okay, so again, get the foundation, learn, and then come back to this video, execute this 3 times a week, and see your account grow. I've seen this happen multiple times, you guys. This is a very easy strategy. I think sometimes people get it in their ego. They need all these screens and all these studies on their keep it simple, y'all. You just need a simple strategy. Slowly build. $100, 1, 2, 3, that's $800. $200, 1, 2, 3, that's $600 that week. Add it to your 8. Like, keep it simple. Do not try to go from like $500 to $1,000 in one trade. Like, just try to trade small and simple. Like, keep it small, because options are very risky and the stock market has no guarantee to us to do anything. So we have to just do our technical analysis right and keep it simple. Sometimes the trade will go in directions and sometimes it won't. Plan for that. That means you don't make your goal that high. Okay, so that's where I'm going to end this video. If this did not make sense and you want me to go into more detail, I am thinking about doing a training going into more detail on this particular strategy. If you're interested in that, y'all got to let me know, because I just, you know, this is not the only thing I do. I have a business outside of trading. So please make sure that you are commenting and saying, yes, I would like more information, or yes, I would like more information on this trade, on this particular strategy that I do, the 0 DTE vertical credit spread strategy. If you're interested in learning how I would do that in more detail, I mean, I pretty much gave it to you, but if you like, I still don't understand, comment below, let me know that you would like more information. I'll see what I can do for you guys. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a great holiday and trading. The last trading day of the year is December 31st. I won't be on here for the last 2 weeks. My kids are out of school and it's just really hard to get on to talk to you guys. So Y'all won't see me for the last 2 weeks of December, but I think my last video will be next week. And I'll see you guys then. And I hope you guys have a blessed holiday season. And I pray that your families are doing well. All right, have a good one.